Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is 8:47 a.m. Central Standard Time on March 13th, 2022. Hope our Creator is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. We're going to start today off with a picture of our sun. We're going to take a look at the last 48 hours. Although we do have a few little snap, crackles, and pops, nothing major or significant going on to cause any kind of alarm at this time coming that's new from the sun. However, with that being said, we do have to deal with what's currently impacting Earth. We have one little pop right over here, right towards the end of this little show right here. You'll see it kind of come off here in just a moment. And that's pretty much about it. We've got a small filament release right here, and then that. Not really coming at Earth, and that, nothing really major to worry about. And starting off, as usual, we start over at spaceweatherlive.com, as we were this morning. As we can see, we've got our C flare that is actually just beginning to arrive, is the stuff before it. So this actually is not going to reach us until tomorrow, believe it or not. And then, of course, we got this little M flare that we had the other day, and then we've got just a couple little C flares, nothing major, just a couple little quick little snaps. So we're good to go there. And as we check over here, we're looking at our KP4 index, and we are at a 4. KP index 4. Now, don't forget, by tomorrow, between tonight and Tuesday, I'm suspecting this to bounce up here into 7 at some point. I mean, as you can see over here at the auroral oval, we can see that we're starting to get some red aurora over here in Russia. So the Russians did it. They took the red aurora away from us. No, not really. That North America up here in Canada, they're going to start getting it too. And the higher that this thing, as we go around, it's going to start actually coming down as it starts to peak. So that's going to be really exciting, actually, folks. So if you happen to be up in the northern latitudes, you're definitely going to have some really good auroras. Now, this is something I did want to take a peek at. Oh, look at this. They're even predicting KP6 on Monday. So it wouldn't surprise me if that thing touches on 7 at one point. This right here, these are our gigawatts. This is how much we're taking in. 77 gigawatts. Wow, that's an interesting number. 77 gigawatts for our northern hemisphere, 78 for our southern hemisphere. And for those of you who are not familiar how strong a gigawatt is, it will power 250,000? Yeah, 750,000 homes for 24 hours. 1 gigawatt will. So, yeah, we're running 77. Imagine how many that could power. Wouldn't that be nice to be able to have that? If we could learn how to take that out of the air. Wait a minute. I wonder if that's what they're doing in Cuba when I see all those really weird spirals of the energy pulling in out of the ionosphere. I wonder if they're kind of testing it and they've already figured out how to do it. What do you guys think? Remember gigawatts, and remember that this is in the ionosphere. This is in our atmosphere, energy. And let's see if that's what it might look like later. Keep that in mind. Now as we look over here at Enlil, Space Weather Prediction Centers, their runtime is actually, they're showing that we're actually going to be getting impacted with that 50 to 60 centimeters cubed right now. Actually, it would be yesterday. Let's go backward a little bit. That would be today, actually. Yep, today at 2200. That's when they're showing the major impact. 2100, 2200. UTC time, again. Okay, UTC time. So that would be getting impacted here right shortly. But when we look over at Euphoria from European Space Agency, we're not going to get it until the 14th, around 1600. So that would be about 4 p.m. Translated for UTC time, or it would be 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's when they're showing us getting over 80. I mean, let's really take a look at this thing here. I mean, look at this, 80. Looks like we're going to be getting, 85. Yeah, almost 90. Yeah, we're getting hammered with it. See, 40, 60, 80. So 70 would be here, so that's 80. So this would be 90. Yeah, it looks like they're predicting 90 centimeters cubed. For some reason, I'm going to trust this one rather than the American version. Sorry. And as we venture over here into Space Weather Prediction Center, looks like we are in G1 currently at this time, which means we got a weak power grid fluctuations that can occur. Minor impact on satellite operations are possible, and we could have some the radio blackouts really, for especially for marine craft. High latitude auroras are definitely possible, but we all know it's going to get a lot more powerful than that. They're showing here, where are we at here? Right here, a G2 moderate geomagnetic storm watch has been issued for the 14th, which is what I was pretty much saying. And a G1 minor watch is out for the 15th due to possible, effects, long duration effects. So as you can, come on, where'd you go? As we look over here, we can actually see where the red aurora is actually looking at. It could be getting down to all the way down here to Kansas. Wow. So we might actually be able to see something here in Oklahoma. That'll be fun, won't it? Oh boy. There's our current KP index, as we can see from the other day. It carried over, and we got a chance to kind of recover a little bit. And we went from literally 0 all the way up to 4. So, yeah. We might start having some effects. People might not feel so good. Ears might ring. You might end up with body aches. May not be able to think very clearly, but everything will be all right. Just drink some water. Drink plenty of water. Everything will be all right. Our shields are actually doing pretty good. Actually, let's go take a look at our pressures. We haven't taken a look at that yet, have we? And as we look at ACE, MAG, and SWEPAM, we can see that we were actually doing pretty good here, where our shields had recovered. Then all of a sudden, wham! You can literally see the impact right here, where our north and south pole just kind of started just going ape crazy like that, huh? That's pretty nice. I mean, literally, it's like hitting a brick wall. Look at it all across the board, up and down, between our density, our pressure, our speed, our temperature. Woo! Fun stuff. And here we are. Let's take a peek at our pressure, shall we? See, right here's our Geospace Magnetosphere Cut Plains pressure, and it's supplied to us by University of Michigan. Go Wolverines! So, as you can see, there's not much head pressure here. Our bow shock is actually very minimal, but we've got some back pressure. However, doesn't last that long. Oh, look at that. That's the first initial shock, and as you can see, it just kind of it was actually kind of an easy bounce into it. Actually, let's back that up again. As you can see, it was actually kind of a nice little bounce back. You see that? Our geomagnetic shield or field, if you will, actually does pretty good. And that actually that couldn't have gone any better, folks. Like, honestly, it couldn't have. I mean, look at that. It comes in. We get our initial impact from the front end of it. Fields kind of bounce back up a little bit, like, oh, I don't think so. And then the majority of it then comes in from behind it, and look at that. That actually took it really well. You couldn't ask for better. And then, of course, this is where we're at currently. So yeah, we're definitely under the pressure of it. Don't worry, we're not gonna die, or anything like that. No sense in freaking out. But we're definitely taking the impact. So it's actually on us now. I'm actually kind of wondering what it's going to look like tomorrow. When the bigger part, when we got a KP index of 6, what they're predicting is a 6, and I'm thinking could be a 7. I'm wondering what that's going to look like. Look, yippee-ki-yay. Now, as we're looking at this, just to let you guys know, this little white side of the disc here, of this little center disc, this is the daytime side, and this black is the nighttime side of the Earth. Okay, this is our north and south pole. Okay, and this is looking up from underneath. So daytime side, nighttime side, and we're looking at it from south to north. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So just in case some of you weren't aware how this works, so this is the back side of the Earth, looking at it from the side, looking at it from the east, I believe it is. So this is what it would look like behind us, and this is what it would look like behind us. So yeah, we're actually doing pretty well. But it looks pretty darn intense, though, doesn't it? I've actually seen it to where the bow shock has actually just really reached right around, and it's not happy at all. So we're doing okay. I don't like seeing this bugger so small, though. I will say that. I don't like seeing that small at all. I'd rather see it like that, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. We're taking on some pressure. A long-term C flare is definitely can be more detrimental than those quick little M flares or even a quick little X flare, with the pressure from it, just because it's such a long, hard duration. So let's go take a look at spaceweather.com, shall we? And over here at spaceweather.com, looks like arriving a few hours earlier than expected, the CME hitting Earth magnetic field on March 13th at approximately 1100 UTC time. Minor G1 to G2 magnetic storms possible. As we know, this right here is actually an asteroid that actually hit Earth, but it's funny they say hit Earth, but it really didn't impact the ground. It disintegrated in the air. Someone seen it, they got photos of it, and then it destroyed itself in the atmosphere. It was only 3 meters large. Let's see. Yep, it was 3 meters in diameter, so it broke up in the atmosphere relatively in a short amount of time. But let's go take a look at what we've got for other meteors and asteroids. Today, we actually have 1.9, so it's less than the distance between us and the moon. It's 13 meters. And let's see, when was its solution time? Solution date was today at 5:49 a.m. So it's already done gone. If it impacted, I'm sure we're going to hear. If it actually impacted the ground, I'm sure we'll hear about it at some point today. And coming over here to LASCO C2 and LASCO C3, as we can see, this right here is the occulter disk, and this little white line here in the middle is the size of the sun. So this one is zoomed in more, this one is zoomed out further away, and as we can see here, we've got ourselves a little buddy here, a little friend. He's got wings, he's got a head, and he's got a tail. A little trail of la 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 coming up behind him. And if we look over here in LASCO C3, we got another one. There's the head, the wings, and the tail. And his little la 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 coming out behind him. Ain't that fun? This is Jupiter, by the way. No sense in panicking. I know some people don't know what this is. This is Jupiter. So everything's alright, folks. No sense to panic. But let's come over here and take a look at SEEDS. Now that it's finally got things back up and running. And this is what we are looking at that came to get us. That we're actually impacting now. And this is from the 10th. So it caught to us in 3 days. We can clearly see a nice halo effect. So this is what's impacting us now. It's actually pretty decent size one. If you look at it, that's pretty decent. That's a good halo right there, folks. And as we come over to SEEDS, and we take a look over here, look at this. Let's go see we got wings, the head, and the tail, and his little trail of la 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 coming out behind him. Look at that. Isn't it nice how they do that for us? And then we'll do, and we've got another one right there. There's all kinds of little fun guys here. Fun guys, mushrooms, just kidding. Oh, there's another one. How you doing, buddy? Look at that. Boy, they're just kind of popping up all over the place. Uh-oh, started over from scratch. That ain't fun. Let's go here. Gotta find, I'm sure there's going to be another one. Folks, they're all over the place. Oh, look at that. There's another one. There's the wings and the tail. He's heading down. Look at that. You can definitely see the head on him there. The head, wings, and the tail. Folks, we're not alone. We are not alone. And this is the stuff that's fun when you actually get to come out here and find them. And there's the one that we saw earlier. Right there. So folks, remember, keep your eyes open. You never know what you're going to find. Keep your eyes open. Remember, no fear. Now, love is the only way forward. But before we go, I'm going to bring y'all over here. We're going to take a look at Solar Scope. Well, and here's a nice thing about Solar Scope. You can actually see that pretty soon, believe it or not, if you check the astrology, Mars and Saturn are going to be coming into conjunction here pretty soon. That means they're going to be in a perfect alignment with the Sun. Okay, now before too long, Venus will actually, if this actually goes right, it looks like Venus and Mars could beat us around over this way, and we could be in a conjunction with Venus and Mars and Saturn. It's looking like it might actually do that for us. Woo, that would be something, wouldn't it? There's going to be a lot of energy. Woo. That's something to look into, folks. Stay safe. Remember, love is the only way forward.